Okay,
There's everybody.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Ling,
Present.
Mr. McKenna,
Here.
Mr. Lemak,
Here.
Mr. Spadaro,
Here.
Mr. Dice,
Here.
Dr. Lee Corns,
Here.
Mr. Stepanovich,
Here.
Mayor Simon.
Okay, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Mr. Morrison, back in the saddle.
Yeah, I'm back.
Any unlisted amendments this evening?
There will be no action on item number 13C because we have not received the stipulation yet.
Okay, 13C is off. Okay, brings us to our consent calendar items. Questions or concerns about the minutes, accounts payable, or cash investments and transfers?
Nope.
Okay, could I have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
So moved.
Second.
Let's go Jamie and Tony, and I will just note for the record, I'm abstaining from any payments to KU Resources as I've done work from them in the past. That being said, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. That brings us to comments by the mayor.
Thanks, Mr. Dice.
Let me get them up for you, man.
Tim's needs retrained.
Yeah. There you go.
Okey doke. The first announcement comes from the Franklin Regional School District, the soccer team. Three-time All-American forward Anthony DeFalco, who had a stellar four-year career at Franklin Regional, was named to the All-USA Today High School Sports Awards boys soccer team for 21-22. He joins 23 others from 17 states on the National All-Star team. The award throws DeFalco's name into the hat for National Player of the Year. 3 finalists and the winner will be announced virtually on July 31st. Good luck to Anthony for that award. Next is our National Night Out, which is at the Municipal Garage Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022 from 4 to 7 p.m. National Night Out enhances the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement while bringing back a true sense of community. Furthermore, it provides a great opportunity to bring police and neighbors together under positive circumstances. Our Public Works Department, local fire departments, and ENS will be there to meet the community as well. You can stop by for dinner as well. There will be 4 food trucks there. Hot Ash Pizza food truck, concession stand food truck, roll-up food truck, and sweets for the treats. We all hope you can make it out and enjoy the quality time meeting the first responders in Murraysville. It's a real nice event. I've attended it, I think, every one we've had. Next, a 3-part series with the Heinz History Center, Monday, July 25th, Growing Up with Baseball in Pittsburgh, Part 2, at the Murraysville Municipal Council Chambers, 4100 Salzburg Road. Contact the Recreation Department for any at MurraysvillePARecreation.com or the 327-2100 number extension 131 for further information. Again, Thursdays, we've still got our farmers markets going from 3 to 7. Knock on wood, we've had some good weather for a change this year. Let's keep it going. They've been well attended and appreciate everyone coming out for that. Our big event of the year, our concert in the park, which is live music and fireworks, is going to be held Saturday, August 13th from 3 p.m. to dusk. The fireworks are generally right at dusk. I will say that weather permitting or weather not permitting, sometimes the time of the fireworks changes a little bit, just so you're not surprised if you get there and they're done if there's weather approaching. That concludes my remarks, Mr. Dice.
All right. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
That brings us to comments by the Chief Administrator. Jim?
The chief administrator has no comments.
Okay. Verdale, no need to get up. There's no one here. liaison comments and committee reports. Let's start this end. Jason?
The library meets tomorrow at 7.
Awesome.
The Planning Commission met on July 12th. There was a public hearing conducted on the Olympus Energy Hermes Well planned, and that's around the intersection of 380, 286, and Logan's Ferry Road. There was a team of people here from Olympus Energy. They had presenters from the project manager, the traffic consultant, and the sound consultant. The area being considered is 147 acres. The municipality of Murraysville is where the well pad is, and it's all, of course, in Murraysville. The NPDES, if you will, the pollution being monitored by DEP is in process. There will be, they're requesting a variance with respect to trees and shrubs. The requirement of the specifications are 161 trees, 805 shrubs. What's being proposed is 108 trees and 301 shrubs. The rationale for their variance is that the natural foliage will basically provide sufficient coverage. The traffic, it was mentioned that there will be an access maintenance agreement, which is good news, of course. And also, for any road work there will be full depth reclamation according to the PennDOT standards. It's interesting here that as far as the sound, they ran an ambient test and it was 48 dBA. It might be mentioned that the Titan well was 58 dBA. And the Titan, there was a 10 dBA variance requested, and they will be doing the same for sound. So the point is, it looks like it's quieter than the Titan facility. Noted that there has been no complaints as yet so far with the Titan well with respect to sound. A caveat is that the sound measurement projected for the Hermes well did include diesel generators. Interesting, there was no public comment. Okay. Second issue was Tommy's Car Wash. We had Chuck Hergenroder, the attorney, and Adele Bebas, the engineering consultant. The NPDES pollution item is in process. The PennDOT item is in process. The sewage, FTMSA, has indicated that the lateral in existence for Tommy's Car Wash is sufficient. There's going to be 13 vacuum stations, and there will be a 5-foot retaining wall, and there will be a roof, some type of cover, over those vacuum stations to minimize the sound effect. And there is no equipment on the roof, which means from Old William Penn Highway, you're not going to see any equipment, which is good. And the whole issue was taken back to planning to have some of the other items here come up and be concluded before we move forward to council. Okay, Logan's Ferry Road, there was a, leading up to Franklintown, there was a request to rezone from R1 to R3, a little bit less than 30 acres, to build 12 townhouses and 1 single-family unit. It was rejected by the Planning Commission, and the rationale was that the infrastructure difficulties and the citizen complaints were sufficient enough to say that's not really the thing for to put forward. There is the possibility of duplexes on the land, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, that is the end of the Planning Commission. The Parks and Recreation Foundation met on Monday, this past Monday. They have become members of the National Association of Parks Foundations, which is good. They're looking at starting a cornhole league or pickups in the fall. And this would be from September 19th to November 21st at the community center. So we shall see how that goes. Just as an item here, the current memorial benches, it's $1,500 for a composite bench and $750 for wood. It looks like that there will be an increase in the fee for a composite bench because there has to be. There was a minimum donation of at least $1,000 towards the concert in the park by the Park Foundation. That could be increased. Okay. And finally, there was initial discussion of rules and fees for the naming rights of various facilities within the community, and that'll be a good step in the right direction. The balance in the foundation is $87,454.74 as of this past Monday.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Tony?
No meeting as of yet.
Okay. Jamie?
No new meeting. June was the pension fund's worst month to date this year, and July hasn't gone so well either.
That's everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Jamie?
School board meetings not till next month.
Okay, awesome. Matt?
The Parks and Recreation Committee did meet last Tuesday. Some of the things discussed were the welcome to the park signs. Most of the parks have them already. There's a couple that still need them. And we're actually going to be working to make those very consistent in the parks and have branding so that it crosses amongst all the parks, and have some eye-catching things to catch the community and the residents to draw them to certain parks for certain things. So we're working on that right now. We also had spoken with the Penn Franklin in Georgia about we're going to be putting in like some community stuff on the Penn Franklin and social media, just input of what's going on in some of the parks and what's happening in the community, and we're going to try and keep it like consistent to where people can look out for it each week or however often it's decided to go in there. Tuesdays at Townsend, the last one was a huge success. There was over 300 people there. The band gave out prizes for those that were dancing, and I guess the food truck sold out, beer truck sold out, so it was a big success there. Next Tuesday at Townsend concert is on 8/9, August 9th. So everyone come there. And the only other thing was the next meeting for Parks and Recreations is on 8/16, and it will be dedicated to the park surveys. They're all completed, so we're going to go through those all and kind of see what the input is for the neighborhood parks and start planning accordingly for that.
That's it. Thank you. FDMSA meets tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Brings us to our workshop items, and it looks like there are none. Bringing us to our council action items. Can I have a motion for 13A?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the municipal alcohol permit policy number 51-22, a formal policy establishing a permitting process to allow alcohol consumption within the Murraysville Community Center, Townsend Park Upper and Lower Pavilions, Sardis Park Pavilions 1 and 2, and the clubhouse at Murraysville Community Park.
Second.
Jamie and Mac. Jim?
We reviewed this policy at the last meeting. I will note that Clubhouse has been a very good success. High reviews coming back from the people that have run it, so it's worked out very nicely.
Okay.
Jim, I just have one clarification on the policy. When I read it for the pavilions and gazebos that have the possibility to have an alcohol permit, I just want to clarify that $350 security deposit is in addition to the $200 security deposit that's already being collected, as opposed to in lieu of. So to rent a pavilion and have an alcohol permit is going to be $550 in security deposits.
That's correct. Usually what we do is they just give us a check, and we hold the check until they return the key or whatever.
I just wanted to clarify, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns from council? Nope. All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you. That brings us to 13B. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to consider authorizing fee ordinance number 1062-22, the fee ordinance, chapter 112-6, an ordinance amending existing fee ordinance number 1049-21.
Second.
Thank you, Mac and Jamie. Jim?
This updates the fee ordinance to implement the policy that was previously passed.
Okay, it's pretty clerical. Questions or concerns? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you. That brings us, 13C is off, so that brings us to 13D. Motion, please.
I'd like to make a motion to consider approval of resolution number 759-22, appointing delegates for the Westmoreland County Tax Collection Committee.
Second.
Jason and Jamie. Jim?
I'll just note that the main delegate will be J.C. Milchak and the alternate Michael Nestico.
Okay. Questions or concerns from council? I just have one question. Do we make an effort to get to this?
Yes.
Okay.
Diane was actively involved with it. In fact, we just went through a proposal process to renew the contract for the collector.
Okay, awesome.
She was the lead on that.
All right, that's awesome. I know I work with the Southeast Allegheny TCC, and there's places that have never shown up.
Yeah.
Both of their delegates have been dead for years.
Yes.
They just don't care.
There are some communities that don't play a role in it, and I've always took exception to the legislation because the school districts are more heavily weighted than the local governments. And when you take a look at it, the school district's percentage earned income of their budget is negligible compared to local governments. So I'd fought that legislation when it originally came out, but obviously it didn't work. So, but that's always been a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, duly noted. Okay. Any other questions or concerns? All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Motion passes unanimous. Thank you. That brings us to 15A. Can I have a motion, please?
Consider reducing the bond being held to ensure completion of the required improvements at the Acres development in the amount of $1,282,228.20.
Second.
Carl and Tony.
The original bond on this was $1,339,758.20. For whatever reason, the developer chose not to get periodic reductions, and the work is now complete up there, with the exception of the final inch-and-a-half wearing course. So there will be $57,530 retained until that's completed.
Okay. Questions or concerns? Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Motion passes unanimous. Nothing. Do we have any old business tonight from anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Any new business from anyone? Okay. We do have an executive session scheduled this evening. I'm guessing we have no action coming out of that?
That's correct.
Okay. Can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session?
Make a motion to adjourn to executive session.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Please note, I now have the record. Quickest meeting.